Welcome back, 431, 730 AM, 102.9 FM, WTNT. Andy Parks live from the Washington Times, and I'm joined now by Katherine Timpf, editor of Times247.com. Hello, Ms. Timpf.
Hello.
Well, you're eating licorice, aren't you?
I made sure I swallowed it before you came on there. It was a close one.
I saw you. I saw that. You're chewing very, very quickly. All right, what are you guys working on today?
Well, did you hear Carney defending Obama's lack of female appointees?
Oh, no, I missed it.
This is very, very interesting. He says, the president does believe that diversity is very important, and he also believes that picking the absolute right person for each job is very important.
Okay.
Which, I mean, you can't have both. You can't have both.
Just a backhand.
Right. You can't go out around being war on women, and nobody cares about women, and there's no diversity, and the rich old angry white guys, and blah, 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 and then be like, well, yeah, but
they were the best guys
we're not
for the job.
But they're the best. You can't do that.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I don't know if you saw the photo the other day of the collection of people within the Oval Office, and that, of course, started all of this. I think that photo circulated around the country, and guess what? It was all men, and as you mentioned, there were a lot of
white guys,
a lot of old white guys there, and
one guy might have been like Italian, maybe something. I don't know.
Yeah, but the fact is, anyone of the opposite sex had to look at that, you know, particularly those in the House and the Senate, and had to say, you know, where is that diversity that you hold so highly, you know, in your deck of cards?
They had to pick the right person for the job, which is exactly what conservatives have been saying all along, and exactly what any sane person would ever say, really. But, you know, because they don't actually believe this stuff. They're just trying to use it to get people to be like, oh, they care.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just garbage.
All right. What else you have?
Interesting. We actually, you know, have a story. The Democrats are going to drop gun control, as in the term gun control.
You know, I saw that.
Pelosi says they should call it gun violence prevention.
Yes, and she actually has appointed someone from California, I think another lawmaker from out in California, who came forward to say exactly that, going, you know, gun control, that's not exactly what a lot of Americans want to hear. Let's get away from that term. Well, what do you call it, really?
Well, I mean, that's what they do. You know, women's rights is what they're really talking about is abortion. You know? And stuff like that.
All the code words.
They're the kings of that. You know, I'm surprised it's been called gun control for so long.
Yeah.
But yes, gun violence prevention.
Well, remember we had to take the word terrorist and terrorism out of certain references to any operation in the Pentagon, and you know, the Obama administration wanted to get away from the use of the word entirely. Right. You know? All right, what else you have?
Well, Carney has had a busy day. He also has promised that the White House is going to respond to the Piers Morgan deportation petition.
I thought maybe you would talk about that. And I'm going to play the audio from Alex Jones and Piers Morgan. They really kind of went at one another last night.
I mean, that was one of the craziest things.
Yeah, it's kind of brutal. And that will be coming up in just a couple of minutes. And the White House was forced by law to respond to it.
See, what makes me wonder, though, is what about all the secession petitions? Do they ever respond to those?
Well, yeah. If you get, I believe if you get 25,000 signatures, they have to address it. And now they've got 104,000 or more in this one petition that actually it calls for the deportation of Piers Morgan.
Right.
They want him thrown out of the country because of his stance on the Second Amendment. So anyway, we'll get into that a little more in just a couple of minutes. All right, got time for one more.
Economists basically have the consensus here. Tax Policy Center's reporting that Obama's tax invites do invite a recession, or his tax increases do invite a recession. I mean, we're looking at $264 billion in new taxes this year alone, which, you know, is a lot coming from families, but really doesn't do all that much in terms of the debt. You know, nothing like that. I mean, we tried the stimulus thing already, right? It didn't work at all.
Yeah, and he's going to try it again if he can get away with it.
But why?
Well, you know, it's one of the funny things about the Obama administration is that they had a pre-election look at something, and now we're seeing the post-election look. Pre-election, they wanted no new taxes. They wanted to, their whole mantra was, we're going to help the middle class. We're going to do what's best for America. And then after the election, it's like, hey, you know what? Yeah, you don't have as much money as you used to have because the payroll tax holiday is up. Yes, we raised taxes last week.
Yep.
Yes, we're clamoring for another $1 trillion in taxes. Yep. And, now it's almost as if we don't care. We don't have, he doesn't have to worry about getting reelected.
No, he doesn't.
And if anything they've done that they said would help the economy in any way, shape, or form, it hasn't developed, and I don't think it will develop as long as there's the cry for more taxes from people. So.
Yep.
All right, very good. Listen, come back tomorrow, all right,
I will.
and behave, and grab another piece of licorice on the way out. Anne's just about out of licorice. But,
I noticed.
Yeah, how many pieces left over there?
Maybe one.
See, what happened was,
Two.
let me explain. She won't admit this, but last week she said to me, a little less money in the paycheck as a result of this payroll tax, holiday expiring. I don't know if you checked your paycheck, a little less money as a result of that, all right? And I'm thinking that maybe she had to cut the licorice out.
The Twizzler budget had to be slashed.
Twizzler budget gone. Yeah.
Huh.
All right. What do you think? Starburst from now on or what? It's the Twizzler tax.
I think she should get one of those big things of pretzels.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe add a little salt.
Yeah.
In there on the air?
No, I don't.
You don't want the crunching.
I don't want people crunching. No.
I choose my snacks very carefully.
Oh.
Because people eat them before they come in and talk to you. So nothing that smells too much, no chocolate.
I'll just spit it out on the floor if it's
no crunching.
We get to be on the air and I'm chewing.
What's wrong with that? No. Okay. All right, now we're way off the deep end. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Katherine Timpf, editor of Times247.com. Go there. Check it out right now. 4:37, 7:30 a.m., 102.9 FM, WTNT.